What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about Thursday Night Football, Denver and the Chargers. Got 4 picks in the video for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4. And if you guys want more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers, check out the Dynamo private Discord. We brought together the top cappers to post their favorite picks of the day in their channels. You can see private Discord members hitting some massive slips, NFL, some big ones being hit using our picks. Combining our NBA with our NFL picks over here for some big hits. Massive slips being hit, like a 6-pick slip here, 20 to win 500. Last couple of days I've been on a roll with my NBA underdog picks. Hit them all for the last 2 days. You got to be over there. If you like 3-pick slips, they have a higher 6x payout. And before that on Prizepicks, hit this nice 5-pick slip with the NBA and NHL. I've been crushing NHL as well. And we've gone on some crazy streaks like 17-2 a day in the Discord between NBA and college football. Followed up by another 7-2 day in the NBA. So check out the Dynamo private Discord. It'll be linked down below for you guys to get in there. You saw some of the big hits people have been getting in there. You get access to 5 private channels of some of the top cappers we have for all sports. So you guys saw the wins and some of the streaks. Check that out down below. Now let's get into the picks for this video. First off, we're going to go to Cameron Dicker here, over on his points at 7.5, with the Chargers being a favorite in this one that's supposed to be fairly low scoring, and 2 kind of tough defenses coming up against each other here. Really like Dicker in this spot. It's a line he's been hitting all season, especially in the games that they've won. So I like him on this one. In those close wins especially, he's going to be in a great spot to be hitting this line, so I like going to him. Looking at Dicker on the season on this line, he's hit it in 9 of 14 games so far. Hasn't hit it in the last two tough games for the Chargers. A close, low-scoring one against the Chiefs, really low scoring, and then they got wrecked by Tampa Bay in the last one, so not a lot of chances to kick. Still 9 of 14 on the season, and you can also look at their wins on the season. So in 7 of their 8 wins, Dicker has hit 8 or more kicking points. The only one he didn't hit was this game, where it looks like they got 4 touchdowns and he missed an extra point. Not really any need if you're scoring 4 touchdowns to kick a lot of field goals. So this one that's supposed to be lower scoring and close, and the Chargers are about 3-point favorites. I do like Dicker to hit this one. Denver giving up to 21st most kicking points this season as well, so they do give up a good amount of field goals, not as many touchdowns. So like going to him. For the next one, I'm going to go to Justin Herbert over on his rushing yards at 11.5. So for Herbert, he was running a lot more just a couple games ago. I think he's going to get back to this in a spot here where it's going to be tough to get some offense going, I think, on both sides. So Herbert going to have to do something with his legs. We haven't seen him use his legs that much in the past couple of weeks. It's resulted in 2 losses. I think that he's going to step it up in this one, make some big runs like we've been seeing. They are coming up in a huge game here against Denver. Basically, whoever wins this is going to look really good for a wild card spot. Whoever loses is not going to look as good, and they could be coming up in a tiebreaker against each other for the wild card. So definitely a big game here. I think Herbert's going to go all out, have a nice day with his legs. I've seen this one at 12.5 already, so getting that 11.5, a bit of a discount as well. So looking at this one on Outlier, they do have it at 12.5. We can look at an alt line at 11.5 that we're getting. He's hit this in only 6 of 14 games this year, but in his last 8, he's hit it in 5 of those 8 games. Didn't run at all against Tampa Bay. Barely got there against Kansas City, but had some huge rush games before that. 0 rush attempts in the last game was definitely weird. And then also versus Atlanta, he had 5 rush attempts that resulted in 1 yard. So maybe something like a weird fumble or something happened in this game that crushed his rushing yards. Denver does have a tough rushing defense here, ranked 5th in the league, giving up just 98.6 yards per game. But against quarterbacks, they will give up some rushing yards. They rank 12th in the NFL, giving up 16.9 yards per game to quarterbacks. So like that for Herbert. And like I said, the Chargers are about 3-point favorites. So in games that they've won this year, he's hit this in half of them. In wins, Herbert definitely going to be using his legs a lot more, especially in those close wins. So I think a good spot for Herbert. And we're getting a little lower line here for this early look than most sportsbooks have it at 12.5. And we've been looking at Prizepicks, mentioned underdog. If you're on those but not on parlay play, you got to get over here. You can sign up right now. Don't even have to deposit. They're going to give you $5 free to play with. And then afterwards, you're going to want to deposit because they have a 100% deposit match. Also, a ton of payout boosts. You can see on Wednesday when I'm recording this, all these payout boosts on these lines that they have for college football, basketball, NHL going right now. Not like Prizepicks where you just get the Taco Tuesday, Flex Friday. Seems like over here they have these payout boosts almost every single day. So definitely, you can see what I did with my free $5. I took a slash line and another one for a 3x. And then they'll commonly have these promos like over a half passing yard, which I took on this one, plus another slash line for basically another 3x. So check them out. They'll be linked down below. Now let's look at another pick for this one. I'm going to go to Bo Nix on his passing attempts here at 33. I think they're going to have to pass a lot. I think this is going to be a back and forth game where Denver may be behind. They are the underdogs in this one. Bo Nix, I think, is going to have to throw a lot in this game against the Chargers, who is a tough defense, to get their offense going. So I like him over on the pass attempts here at 33. This rushing attack also has just been so bad for the Broncos that they've been having to resort to pass the ball a good amount. So we could see on the season, he's thrown 33 or more passes in 10 of 14 games so far. A lot of games with just 33 here that would be pushes on this line, but still, a push is not going to kill you here. 10 of 14 games, he's thrown 33 or more times, including his last 4 and 6 of his last 7 games. And you can also see in losses, he's thrown for 33 or more times in 4 of 5 games. So I think coming into a good spot here to pass a lot against the Chargers defense. It should be a close, competitive game here where the Broncos are going to have to get some offense going, and it hasn't been with the rushing game. It's been with the pass game. So when they're successful, Nix is passing a lot, and I think he's going to have to pass a lot again in this one. So with that said, I'm coming to Clayton Sutton here, who was absolutely on a great tear with Bo Nix until that last game when they played terribly in a great spot against Indianapolis. I think they're going to come for a big bounce back here. Sutton had been smashing this line. It was up in the 70s, might have even been over 80 for the Indianapolis game on his receiving line. Now it's down to 63.5. I think we're going to get a good line here for Sutton. He's going to have a nice bounce back spot. And like I said, Denver's going to have to get this passing game going. I think they will a little bit, and Sutton can have a good one with Bo Nix. So what we've seen from Sutton this year, he's hit this in half the games, was on a great tear here, hitting this 6 straight games until the last one versus Indianapolis. Got 70 or more in 6 games straight, so it was absolutely crushing this. I think a good spot to bounce back here for him. Going to go right back to him. We've seen the targets be absolutely crazy in these last 7 games, 8 or more in each game. So the targets were still there. Last game, he just caught only 33% of them after catching 67% or more in the 6 games before that. So I think he's going to be in a bounce back spot here. You can see over on the side also Chargers, great receiving defense here, 9th in the NFL, giving up just 225.6. But versus receivers, they do rank 21st. So most of the receiving yards where you can hurt him is going to be outside with these big outside receivers like Clayton Sutton. So I like getting to him here in this matchup. And if you guys want more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers we have in here, check out the Dynamo private Discord. You can see some of these big hits in the NFL, combining NFL with NBA picks. We've been cashing out private Discord members in here. You get access to private channels from 5 or more cappers in here at all times, giving out their picks daily. A huge $20 6-pick slip here to win $500. I've also been on a tear with my underdog picks. If you like 3-pick slips, you got to be playing on underdog for that 6x. Plus earlier this week hit a nice 5x slip between the NBA and NHL. And we've had some crazy runs in the Discord, like a 17-2 day with a 9-0 college football sweep, and then the very next day a 7-2 day in the NBA, back-to-back days. So get in here, check it out with the top link. The link right below that is going to be parlay play. You got to be on here if you're on Prizepicks on Underdog. They're going to give you $5 for free just for signing up. Don't have to deposit. After that, they do have a 100% deposit match, and they have payout boosts all the time, unlike Prizepicks Underdog, where it's just Tuesdays, Fridays. You're going to get these every day. This is Wednesday. They have a ton. I know on Monday they had a ton as well, so definitely check them out. Ton of free money and promos over here all the time. So we'll see you guys over in the Discord, and subscribe to the channel.